Welcome to Bucks Pocket State Park. This is one pretty place. Let's take a look. Here we are at Bucks Pocket State Park. And this is a pretty place. Let's go for a walk around the campground. During the last week of February, it just so happens that we are the only people in the campground, except for the host, and I don't even think the host is here. But Bucks Pocket is a very small campground, I would say, and you can see just beyond the tree line a creek. It's called Little Salty Creek, S-A-U-T-Y, Salty. And this creek just kind of borders the campground. There's not that many sites here. I guess I'd say maybe 20 or so. But you can see over there is the bank of the other side of the river, and it just kind of circles around the campsite. I'll try not to go too fast here. It is just so pretty. Clear blue skies. It's going to be a high of about 75 today. It got down into the high 40s last night. Had a nice roaring campfire last evening. And you can see, here's the campground. That's it. I mean, there's nobody here. There's one trailer up above, which, as I say, is the host. Let's go for a little walk. Bucks Pocket is in North Alabama, in the hills. It's near Lake Guntersville and Lake Guntersville State Park, which is a lot bigger than Bucks Pocket. Locals call this area the South's Playground, and I can believe it. It is just beautiful. But when you came here, at least when we came here last night, or yesterday afternoon, early yesterday afternoon, we just came in and selected the site that we wanted. I think that's their policy here, is you just get here and pick out whatever site is available. And of course we had the pick of the litter because there's nobody else here. So we got the last site on the creek over here. So we have no neighbors, and on the other side we couldn't have neighbors because that's the last campsite. There's our little Jaco. Love that camper, it's just terrific. Oh, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. There's some really twisty and windy roads full of potholes getting in here. And it's rather remote. There's no cell service, but they do have Wi-Fi. So if you're enabled to use Wi-Fi on your cell phone and you need to make a call, you could make a Wi-Fi call, I suppose. But I don't know. I'm fine with not having service, quite frankly. When you go to bed at night and you sleep next to a roaring little creek, man, that is some kind of sleep. That's the camp host trailer. And right up here is the store where you would check in, but nobody's been there since we've been here, so that's okay. We prepaid, of course, so we didn't really have to go into. We're already registered. Our packet was waiting on us when we got here. Bucks Pocket State Park, just beautiful. There are, I believe, 5 walking trails. I'm going to go and try and do one of them here soon. That building also has a bathhouse for men and women. you know, showers and whatnot. Over here is a playground for the kiddos. There's a pavilion if you want to bring a group. And you can see that the park itself is kind of nestled in between two ridges. It's just down in this little valley, and it's just beautiful. It's a state park. I think it's around, oh, I don't know, $35 a night, something such as that. Well worth it. Just a beautiful, peaceful place. It's really enjoyable. And that's it. Bucks Pocket State Park. This is looking upstream from our campsite. This is the Little Salty Creek. Really pretty. This weather is just magnificent. Just look how beautiful, peaceful and calm. And when you get down closer to our campsite, then there's some rapids, and there's some up there, and you can hear them. And I tell you, if you're looking for a good night's sleep, man, if you camp, back up your RV to the with a site that's located next to the creek, you're going to sleep like a baby, provided you got a decent mattress. You can just, I was just going to crack the window last night, but it got a little chilly, so I decided not to do that. But look at this view. My goodness, it's beautiful. I just was out walking and I found, I don't know if this is one of the trails or not, but it's close to our campsite. So I'm just going to follow this back to where the camper is. Somebody's been camping right there. Primitive camping. They have several primitive sites here in the campground, and huge rocks. Look at that. This is a part of what is called Sand Mountain, I have read, up in north central Alabama. We're probably, southeast of Huntsville. I don't know how far, but I just wanted to give you a shot of this beautiful creek. I mean, imagine if you were a kid in the summertime on this bank. I could imagine there's some decent fishing in that creek, which feeds, as I said, into Lake Gunnersville. Really, really pretty. And really, really slippery. These rocks are everywhere, and some of them, as you see, are covered with moss. So you better be careful and watch your step lest you sprain an ankle or worse. Now you can see in the distance there, I'll get closer, but you can see some little rapids just ahead. I can't believe how pretty it is, and I can't believe that we have the entire campground by ourselves. That's probably a fox's den. I hope nobody's home. So pretty. This is some rugged terrain, let me tell you. If you come here and just at the right time of year, just build you a little campfire, man, there's nothing like it. I've got to navigate my way over these rocks here without breaking my neck. Watch the moss there, buddy. Okay, I think I made it. I made it. Man, if you're looking for a nice, peaceful, desolate wilderness experience, I don't know if you can do better than this. This is a great place to come and turn off your phone and put down the news and breathe cool mountain air. Absolutely. I don't know if you can see the rapids over there or not, but they're there, trust me. When the creek rises after a heavy rainfall, it'll come down across these rocks. You can tell because this is I guess a riverbed or a creek bed. It's full of rocks, exposed rocks, but you can tell the water's been here, rushing over them. There's a bridge coming into the park that is sometimes I hear closed because of water coming across it. In which case, I guess you just have to wait it out. I don't know. I don't think we're going to have any rain while we're here, so we should be in good shape. You can see how the creek, if I just sort of pan around, there's the campground, and you can just see how the campground is just encircled by little salty creek, pretty much. I mean, if the water's really rising and the rain's really falling, you might just be trapped, but I wouldn't see that as much of a problem, quite frankly, because it's so pretty. This is definitely a favorite spot. I can pretty much say confidently this is a place I'd want to come back to. Okay. Back on the main thoroughfare. You can get, as I said, really your pick of spots when you come here, whatever is available. But I'll tell you, if you can get the spot that I got, it's the last spot on this side. I think it's C9. And as you can see, there's nobody on this side of you. And the lots are fairly spacious anyway. No matter what site you get, you're gonna have a good bit of room. They have some pull-throughs. Mine is a back end, but there's just plenty of space here. It's really laid out well. All the pads are concrete, as you see. So I had no problem at all leveling. It was just almost automatic. Full hookups, electricity, water, and sewer. Not all the sites have sewer. Of course, mine does. So pretty. This is part of Bucks Pocket State Park, as you can see there, the Lynn overlook area. This is at, I guess, the end of one of the hikes at Bucks Pocket, and this is just incredible. We're pretty high up. I don't know how high, but you can just see you can see for a long, long time. That's quite the drop. I don't know if the camera can do this justice or not, but it's just beautiful, just beautiful. They're just sheer cliffs in places. I mean, that is quite the drop right there. I had no idea that it was so. I've never been here, and I've heard that I've heard how pretty this part of Alabama was, but now I'm seeing it for myself. There's a place up here somewhere, and I'm not sure where it is. I'm gonna walk around a bit and see if I can find it. But there's supposedly a place up here where you can look down on the campground itself. And I'm gonna walk out on this trail just for a bit and see if I see it. I wish I had, oh look, you can rappel. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing any rappelling today. I forgot all of my rappelling gear. Isn't that a bummer? I mean, had I known, I'm gonna try not to stumble here and break my neck. Had I known, of course, I would have packed all my rappelling gear. There's several nice hikes up here. I did part of one. I'm kind of ashamed of myself. I should have been more prepared to do some more hiking. But I didn't. But this is, oh, it's just so pretty. My goodness. And the weather is just fantastic. I wanted to say another word about the campgrounds. The campgrounds are fairly new. This park has been around for a while, but they closed it for, I don't know how long, I guess 2 or 3 years, and they completely redid it. And so it's like a new campground. And look at just the sheer drop off there. And so it will accommodate, I would say, just about any size rig. But I would also say that getting in here, can you get a sense of that? My goodness. But I would also say that getting in here is a little dicey. The roads are in really bad shape, or the road, I should say, is in really bad shape. I think there are 2 roads in here, but one of them is closed. There's a gate across it, and you can't get in from one side. The road that we came in on is just really full of potholes. It's very narrow, it's very steep, it's very windy. There's a couple of some of the most severe switchbacks that you'll ever come across. And if I were pulling a 45-foot fifth wheel, I'm not sure I'd do it, quite frankly. You can see we're on this ridge on either side of this hill. My goodness, this is breathtaking, folks. You owe it to yourself to come up here. This is just beautiful, simply beautiful. I'm not going to get too much closer to the edge because I'm telling you, it is a sheer drop for a while. But it is just stunning. You'd be hard pressed to find prettier scenery, I would say, everywhere. But we intend to find out as we travel along if we can find something that'll match this or top it. But it's mighty pretty. Mighty pretty. But anyway, back to the road getting in. I had no problem with our Jayco, which is just under 22 feet long. That was no problem. But if like I say, if your rig's over 40 feet, I hear tell that there's another way in, but I think it's the way that was inaccessible, at least this trip. I don't know why. Maybe they're doing some work on the road. They certainly need to. If there's any thumbs down about this, it would be the road getting into the park. Otherwise, it's all thumbs up. I'm gonna go to this little overlook here, and this is just incredible. And I think that to the right, we may see, okay, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but way down there is the little salty river, and I'm thinking we're going to see the campground here in just a minute. But you're going to get a panoramic vista from this point right here. Yes, I see the campground. This is amazing. Now I'm just shooting this with my iPhone, so I don't have professional gear, and I'm not a geek, I'm not a technophobe, but This is really pretty, but there, way down below, I can look at our Jacob. That is some kind of pretty. So to sum up, Bucks Pocket State Park, a big thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, except for the roads. Look at this, the campground is still empty. Bucks Pocket is listed as being in Grove Oak, Alabama, not too far from Lake Guntersville. And I highly recommend it. If you get up this way, you'll enjoy it. Thanks a lot for watching. See you soon.